State and territory leaders filed into Parliament House for the first COAG meeting since the federal budget stirred things up.
A kick in the guts to the people of New South Wales.
This will not go away. It is not going to be taken lying down.
We want a fair go for Victoria.
Today, the PM was talking down the discord.
None of those federation frictions have stopped us from being a country which, by any normal standards, is the envy of the earth.
Hooray for us! So, after several hours of closed-door discussion, how did it go?
Today's COAG meeting has been a very constructive
And productive
meeting.
I think the word that comes to my mind on the back of the discussion today is
collegiality.
Partnership.
A new Commonwealth agency will be set up to handle overseas adoptions, and in time it may deal with surrogacy. And states have agreed to introduce legislation to mirror the federal government's new security laws.
This was not your bun fight over money that I know makes great sport for the media, but which doesn't make for a very constructive government.
But while there was much backslapping and cooperation on infrastructure, Indigenous truancy and counter-terrorism, the big problems remain unsolved.
The GST, which was introduced to be a source of stability to the states and a source of stability in Commonwealth-state relations, has now become the greatest source of instability.
West Australians should remember it wasn't that long ago they were a net beneficiary of the GST, and what goes around comes around.
The problems of GST allocation and the $80 billion clawback of federal money from health and education have both been kicked down the road to the Federation White Paper.
That's something that we continue to agitate with the Commonwealth. It's something which amounts, in our view, to a breach of agreement.
The Liberal Premiers of Australia can show some backbone, stand up for sick and vulnerable people in their own states, or they can choose to back in Tony Abbott's unfair taxes.
We would like our federation to be in some ways less complex, less marked by overlap and duplication, and that is one of the fundamental objectives of the White Paper process.
But COAG's track record on reform is patchy at best. The federal-state love-in is often heavy on agenda setting, but light on follow-through.